Hi, I'm Melinda Tallarico, and I'm Braden Tallarico's mom from Bozeman, Montana. I would describe Braden as fun-loving, compassionate, and outdoorsy.
Yeah, so I'm 16, go to school at Gallatin High School. I first heard about MCC back in seventh grade when MCC came to my middle school and did like short presentation on the youth program and stuff, and came home and wanted to do that immediately because I really loved the outdoors and all that. And my mom wasn't too happy that her 12-year-old wanted to spend a month in the wild alone after barely spending any time at my friends' houses. So I had to wait a little bit, but I finally got to do it this summer, and I'm super stoked about that.
I was very apprehensive about leaving my son with complete strangers in the middle of nowhere off grid for 22 days. But Montana Conservation Corps did an amazing job of explaining the experience, which I call preparing the parents. And I would say that they hire and train amazing staff. And they also have a really interesting variety of projects to keep the kids engaged. And so every fear that I had was completely nullified by all of the characteristics that MCC exemplifies.
I want to go into wildland firefighting, so I want to learn how to dig trail and stuff like that, and actually get used to the hiking up the side of a mountain just to dig trail and come right back down, and actually get used to that kind of work. So that was a big draw. Just the amount of like unconnected time that I'd get to spend in the like different parts of Montana that I'd probably never been to before. Just being able to embrace it for what it was and not have to worry about like having a phone or something to always be distracting me, and actually be able to make connections with people. Teamwork and the team camaraderie, because you meet up the same people that you're going to be spending a month with like that day, and then you just get to know them even better and get to have that team cohesion build over the time. Yeah.
Yeah, when we first, after the first hitch, we were so excited to see Braden, and they're like, Brady, how did it go? And he's like, I can't wait to go back. And we were, as parents, you're kind of bummed because you're like, oh, you didn't miss us. But it was also really cool to see how excited he was about the experience and to know that he wanted to go back. He's always been a really responsible and a helper. And so I say that the experience at Montana Conservation Corps accentuated those characteristics. But the one thing I would say is his confidence increased. His ability to communicate not only with us, but with his peers and communicate his ideas was just significantly different.
I would say I'm more outgoing now. Just actually being able to, like I said, meet people that you've never met before, and then spend a lot of time with them. Just be actually like embracing who they are, because you don't change that kind of deal, and actually being able to take that and apply it into my life and meet new people at school and make new connections and stuff like that. I've become more of a hard worker, I guess, now that I've actually done MCC, and being able to put that kind of work ethic into my life. Just that kind of stuff has helped me in the long run specifically.
My advice to other parents is to trust the program. If your child is even remotely interested in this kind of experience in Montana Conservation Corps, then I'd really embrace the opportunity to trust what you've done with them as raising them, to test their skills in this kind of safe environment with Montana Conservation Corps, and the staff that they have, just to allow them to have that opportunity to grow.